Hello, it's me again. Thanks for tuning in to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for those of you who have subscribed, and feel free to tell your friends about it and have them subscribe also. I'm going to start really quickly today talking to you about two things. The first thing I wanted to tell you real quick is about a wine that we just released yesterday, and it will all tie in at the end on why I'm talking about this today. So, my favorite rosé that Scout & Cellar has had is the L'Original Rosé from Provence, France. And the reason it's my favorite is kind of a long story, but I'll try to make it short. A few years ago with my family, we went to France. And before this trip to France, I was not a fan of rosé. Rosé actually reminded me of the Golden Girls. It reminded me of a white Zinfandel. I thought it was too sweet and just would never choose that to order or to buy at the store. So we went to France and we would go to lunch, and everyone around us was drinking rosé. Weekday, drinking rosé during the day. So we thought, hey, we need to, when in Rome, right? So we ordered some rosé. And I have to tell you, it was delicious. It was so, so good. So actually I have if you know me, you know, I used to love to scrapbook. So this is a long way from those scrapbooking days. But this is a picture of us at lunch right here. And this bag right here has a bottle of rosé from France. And this day of my life is when I fell in love with rosé. So we came back to the United States, and I thought I could find another rosé that I loved as much as I loved that rosé that I had there. And so I would buy a bottle here and there, and nothing ever tasted like it did that day. And I thought, well, maybe I really don't love rosé, and it was just that moment in time that was so special that I fell in love with it. Fast forward about a year and a half later, and I am introduced to Scout & Cellar. And there's a rosé, and it's from Provence. And I thought, no way. No, I have to try this. So I ordered it, and it took me back to that table next to the Sorgue River in France, eating my niçoise salad, drinking a glass of rosé. It was spectacular. So this is what the bottle looks like. It's called the L'Original Rosé. It's made in Provence. If you love rosé, I highly recommend. It's $20. You can't beat that. But there's more. Yes, there's more. So I'm also a bubbles lover. I love a sparkling wine. Yesterday, Scout & Cellar released, hold on to your hats, a bubbling rosé from L'Original from Provence, France. Yes, I said it. Rosé and bubbles together. So I reached out to my rosé lovers, who I know also love bubbles, and I said, don't freak out, but this is what we've got. Within minutes, I think I sold 20 bottles of bubbling rosé. So I want to tell you quick about that particular one. It has notes of candied cherries, macerated strawberries, blood orange, and cantaloupe. So it's going to be a little bit fruitier, delicious. It pairs with everything and anything, of course. It's biodynamic and vegan. It has a 13% alcohol by volume, and the residual sugars are 3 grams per liter. So if you're interested in that, let me know, and I can get you some stat, because our inventory on that is not very high, and we are guessing it will probably sell out within a week. So once it's gone, and we'll get into that maybe on another episode. But I wanted to just tell you that Scout & Cellar has really changed the way that I drink wine, because I am looking for wines that taste the way that Mother Nature intended them to taste. And when you're in Europe and you're drinking the wines there, I have heard this time and time again, that people go to Europe, including myself, and you drink wine with every meal. You drink it at lunch, you drink it at dinner, you drink it in the evening, and you wake up the next day and you feel great. I know for me, we would wake up the next morning ready to hit the road, ready to go exploring. I never had a hangover. I never had a wine headache. And when we got back to the U.S., I thought, well, obviously I can only drink wines from France, and we also went to Spain and wines from Spain. So I would go to the grocery store and buy wines only from France and Spain. And I still didn't have that same experience. Well, what I found out was that even some European winemakers put all of those extra added 250 FDA-approved chemicals and additives into their wines to be shipped over here for the American palate. Isn't that so sweet of them? Yeah, they know that we like things really sugary and really artificial tasting here in America because we're Americans. So when I found that out, I thought this all makes sense. And while I think everything in moderation is key to a happy and healthy life, when it comes to my wines, I want it to taste like wine. I want it to be delicious and to taste the fruit. I want to taste those grapes in my wines. And people who never tried Scout and Cellar before, when I do a tasting at their homes, they will say to me, oh, wow, I can, and I'll say, do you taste candied cherries? Yeah, I can really taste the cherries. Or I'll say, what do you taste? And they'll say, I taste strawberries. Yeah, it's supposed to have notes of macerated strawberry. You can taste what the fruit really is supposed to taste like. So Scout and Cellar is really a great way to get your hands on wines that you cannot get at the grocery store. You don't know what you're getting when you buy wines at the grocery store or at your local wine shop. You just don't know because we don't have to put it on the label. Scout and Cellar wines are third-party tested by an independent lab. So we know they don't have any of those things in it that we refuse to have in the wines that we get for Scout and Cellar. So that sparkling rosé, if you're interested, let me know. It's $29. This regular rosé is $20. Sparkling is $29. Perfect for Valentine's Day coming up. It'll get here in time if you order it within the next week. And if you order 6 bottles, you'll get an additional 5% off. If you order 10 bottles, you'll get an extra 10%. Or if you order 12 bottles, you'll get an extra 10% off. And if you're a wine club member, this is what my ladies did yesterday. If you're a wine club member, you get a 10% off coupon in every wine shipment. Use it. Use that 10% off coupon. You'll get a great deal. So I will see you next time. And am I supposed to say like or comment below? That's what all my daughter's YouTube videos say. So yeah, go ahead.